Hey friends, and welcome to the weird side of YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing something really different from my channel. I'm going to give a shout out to Bailey something, I'll pop her up over here, for actually coming up with this idea, and it's to put makeup and murder mysteries, well, true crimes, together. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I love true crime. It's a bad obsession, and I did a lot of research, and we're just gonna go into it. So the first ever murder that we are going to actually discuss is a dude named Richard Trenton Chase. So all the stuff that I'm putting on my face, I'm going to try to like put them up here somewhere, but if I don't, it'll definitely be down below. This serial killer is called Richard Trenton Chase, and he is known as the vampire killer of Sacramento. Richard Trenton Chase, that's Twister, was born on May 23rd, 1950 in Santa Cruz County, California. So his parents were Thomas Chase and Elizabeth Bouchie. I totally messed that last name up, but you know what, we're just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, that's going to be a common theme throughout this thing. If I say somebody's name, I'm definitely going to mess it up.
They were strict parents and they were disciplined. There was no reports from the mother abusing him, but there was reports he was often subjected to beatings by his father because of how disciplined they were, but the mother didn't lay a hand on him. When he was 10 years old, he displayed 3 known warning signs for children who will be in but often are serial killers when they're older. And these 3 signs have been proven by MacDonald Triad. I probably said that wrong. MacDonald Triad is founded by forensic psychiatrist, by J.M. MacDonald. He observed that most children who end up being serial killers have 3 symptoms. And these 3 symptoms are, number 1, bedwetting. But not just bedwetting beyond the normal age. Second one is actually cruelty of animals. Sadly, but you know, the serial killers got an agenda. Last but not least is setting fire to literally anything and everything that they could get their hands on. Chase did claim, now this is why I brought up the fact that his mother did not touch him, because Chase did claim that his mother would physically abuse him as a child, but investigators claimed that that was simply not true. That was his early childhood. Now we're going to go into his young adulthood. So as a young adult, Chase went through his high school career displaying no unusual behaviors, but during his teen years, during the end of his teen years, he did become a drug addict, and he would display symptoms of delusional thinking. So, such as, he was a drug addict of, if I remember correctly, I can't believe I didn't write this down, he would use marijuana and LSD, I think that's what he used. I probably am wrong with that. So he would use those 2 things, and I guess they're not so good when you mix them. He did maintain a small social life. By the end of his high school, he realized that he couldn't keep a relationship with a girl, so he couldn't really date anyone. This is what he says. He was attracted to females, but he couldn't get an erection from them. He went to doctor seeking help, but doctor determined him to suffer from erectional dysfunction? Yes, I think that's it. Due to his repressed anger. This led to his sexual frustrations. So after turning 18, he moved out of his parents' house and in with roommates, but that didn't last long because the roommates didn't really like him, being a heavy drug user. And he had wild behavior. Now, I wonder what they considered wild behavior. I went through many reports and they didn't really explain what the wild behavior was. I'm guessing that he was just
screaming at 12 a.m. I don't know.
I guess that's up to your imagination. Basically, the roommates were just
hey,
You gotta leave. We don't like you.
And Chase was like,
fuck no, I'm staying. I don't like you.
they were just like,
We're not playing this game.
so they left. They left Chase all alone, and that forced him to actually leave. He had to move out, and he moved in with his mother. But you see, that as well did not last too long, because Chase thought that his mother was actually out to kill him. That's why he did not last long in the house. Now, he then moved into an apartment which his father paid for. Chase actually did, which kind of surprised me, seek help, but none of the doctors seemed to help him, and he wasn't really getting the answers that he wanted, so he went out to find his own cure. What comes up next is disturbing. So Chase would ingest the blood of other animals, and this fixed his problem for not getting an erection. So I guess he would get an erection when he was drinking animal blood. He would kill and disassemble small animals and eat the various parts of the raw animals. If that isn't crazy, I don't know what the If you can't believe it, Chase's behaviors and beliefs were becoming even more bizarre than it already was. Chase believed that his cranium bone had come apart and were moving around, so he shaved his head and he would watch it. Sounds like a good old fun time. Chase was admitted to, I don't know what exactly happened, I probably skipped over this. So Chase was admitted to the Beverly Manor Psychiatric Hospital in 1975, where his fellow patients actually nicknamed him Dracula. And the reason why they nicknamed him Dracula was because he captured birds through his hospital window. He would drink their blood and discard their bodies. He extracted blood from the therapy dog and injected it into himself. Now I'm going to get into his crimes. So December 29th, 1977, Chase killed literally an innocent man. Chase was driving on December 29th, and he had his .22 caliber pistol semi-automatic. I believe that's what it was. Chase killed 51-year-old Amber Rose, I believe that's his name, but to be honest, I was really confused if that's how you pronounce it. It's probably a different pronouncing. Amber Rose Griffin, or maybe it's Griffin Amber Rose, I don't know. In a drive-by shooting. Griffin was literally helping his wife bring groceries into the house, and that's when he got shot and killed. He was just helping his poor wife. Then on January 11th, Chase attacked a neighbor when he asked for cigarettes. So basically, I'm guessing she was just like,
No, I'm not gonna give you cigarettes. Get the away from me.
and he was like,
Give me cigarettes or I'm going to kill you.
and so basically he asked for the cigarettes and then restrained her until she turned the entire pack over. And so I'm guessing she was like,
You know what? I don't wanna die.
I don't know why, but this is like what's going through my head, thinking like maybe that's what they said, when of course it's probably not. Later that day, he went back to the house, and this little literally defecated on a child's bed and urinated in a drawer in her house. Like, what? Chase believed that a locked door was a sign that he was not welcomed. However, an unlocked door was an invitation to enter.
Now, bitch, when I fucking heard that,
I locked all my doors and all my windows. I was like, hell nah. There was actually a report that, I don't know when this was, I was trying to figure out, but I couldn't find it. He ended up going to somebody's house, their door was locked, and he just walked away. Only if these girls and boys locked their doors, they could have actually still been alive today. On January 23rd, 1997, Teresa Wallen, pregnant and home alone, was taking out the trash. Her door was unlocked. So Chase entered the house thinking that he is welcome. Using the same gun that he killed Griffin with, shot Teresa 3 times, killing her, then raping her corpse. So he literally performed necrophilia. So while he was raping her, he stabbed her multiple times with a butcher's knife. And then he removed multiple organs and he cut off one of her nipples. Now, you think that's crazy? He then, of course, drank her blood. Before he left, he collected dog feces from the yard, stuck it into the victim's mouth. On January 27th, 1978, the bodies of Evelyn Meredith, age 28, her 6-year-old son, Jason, and friend of Meredith, he was older, Dan Meredith, was found murdered inside. Fun stuff happened that night. There was actually another person, but it was missing from the house. Now, this little person was 22-month-old nephew that she was actually taking care of, and his name was David. The scene investigators went into, they said, was horrific. Dan's body was found in the hallway. He was killed by a direct gunshot wound to the head. Chase also dragged Dan's body to the bathroom where he split open his skull and ate some of Dan's brain. Now, if you're like, what the f? Yeah, me too, sis. Evelyn and Jason's body were found in Evelyn's bedroom. Jason was shot twice in the head. Evelyn's corpse was found raped and sodiumized. Her stomach was cut open and various organs were missing from her body. So this dude just liked cutting open women's bodies and taking their motherfucking organs. Don't know why. He actually slit her throat and she had been sodiumized with a knife, and he actually did a failed attempt to remove one of her eyeballs. Poor little baby David was not found at the crime scene, but the blood in the baby crib gave the police little hope that the child was alive. For this crime scene, Chase was a little messy sleuth, and he left a clear handprint and a clear footprint which led police to his door. 5 days after the mass murder, Nancy Holden, a woman he actually went to high school with, was just like, yo, to the police, I think this dude killed all these people. And they were like, they ran a background check, and the police had noticed that he did issued and got a .22 caliber semi-automatic pistol. Police actually waited for him outside of his hallway, and literally he walked outside of his apartment carrying a bloody box, and inside of the bloody box, guess what the f was inside of it? Inside of the box, Chase had bloody wallpaper and the .22 pistol. Now, police was like,
We got him, boys. Let's grab a cold one after this.
because they finally found their killer. Detectives ended up searching his apartment, and again, they were like,
This guy has some problems. He's nasty.
so they went into his apartment, and little Chasey Poo had all his ceilings and all of his wallpaper and all of his floors and all of his eating utensils covered in blood. So his apartment was just a freaking bloody mess. In the refrigerator, they found several animal body parts, David, the little baby's brain in a Tupperware container, and several of Evelyn and Teresa's organs. And you're probably wondering what happened to the baby. Oh, honey. The baby, little poor baby David, Chase told the police he brought the dead infant to his apartment and was basically playing with his body part, then decided he was going to chop off the baby's penis. So the baby, when found, did not have his genitals. After he cut off the poor baby's penis, he used the penis to drink the blood out of the baby. Finally, he told the police where he discarded the body, and the police found the baby's body in a nearby church. In 1970, the police and everyone found Chase, thank God, guilty on 6 cases of murder. Next, what happened to Chase was that he was sentenced to death to the gas chamber. Now, even his inmates, people that also killed other people, were disturbed by him. Like, if that doesn't say something, I don't know what does. Like, his inmates talked to him about killing himself very often. And it's unknown if it was him, if it was like all the inmates talking to him about killing himself, or just his own f***ed up brain. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna kill myself, or maybe both. But he managed to collect enough prescription antidepressants to kill himself. On December 26, 1980, prison officials discovered him dead in his cell, and that, my ladies and gentlemen, was the story of Richard Trenton Chase, the vampire killer of Sacramento. If you want, you could subscribe, maybe like this video. That'll be chill. Alright, I'm done with this, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!